Thank you so much. We have a group of people from Vermont University, Bahçeşehir University, and Galatasaray University work about eduability. And for today, we are giving information about our pilot study for Turkey. It has also the different pilot studies from UK and other countries. But firstly, we are talking about the Turkey part. Just let me give a brief information about the assistive technologies. As you know, assistive technologies are, it is so cliche, I know, but with rapid development technologies, it is really so important for the people with special needs because they have so different specialties, they have so different, in quotation, disabilities, and the abilities of the people with special needs also different. So we have to develop some technologies to help people to personalize and make those people much more independent and to pursue their life without really so limited assistance. So the assistive technologies are really so wholly aimed for this reason. So in our application, eduability application, firstly, it has assistive technology help and standards for increasing the awareness. In our pilot study, firstly, we were working with the educational technology experts, and we are really so beneficial information about their perception toward the awareness. And they have no only awareness about the assistive technologies, they also have so many awareness about the educational technology, how to users and how to producers perceive those applications. So we will use those perceptions. Firstly, it is a mobile application providing updated, valid, and comprehensive information under three main categories. Firstly, assistive technology recommendations to learners with reduced physical or cognitive abilities, training for instructors, and continuous support staff in mainstream and special education needs schools. So those application is not only targeted to the people with disabilities or special needs, it also targeted to their families, their parents, the instructor teachers that working with those people. So firstly, the first part, we want to learn the perceptions and evaluations of the educational technologists. It developed Faculty of Science of Education to Bournemouth University, UK. And firstly, the target group are pupils with reduced physical and cognitive abilities. And also, firstly, they want to maintain education for the assistive technology standards and raise awareness. You know, those two parts are connected to each other. If you only raise the awareness but don't use any accessible, usable assistive technologies, unfortunately, people are not understand the benefit of those assistive technologies. So you have to develop an effective assistive technologies, and you have to raise the awareness. For this eduability, our first target is to develop to gain people awareness and to develop an application that is very accessible, usable for the pupils with the special needs. It has the ability-based recommendations, condition-based recommendations. Remember that for the assistive technologies, the first aim is there are different disabilities, and all disabled people have different abilities to perform. So you have to develop an application that's personalized, and that is the first target of the eduability. And database for eduabilities containing the 15 education assistive technologies, and it can be used Google Play. Unfortunately for now, for Turkey, in UK you can use, but in Turkey it works in the Android phones. So we used Android phones for our pilot studies. And there is a small demo. Let me just show a quick demo for the eduability. So that is a just small part. If you want, you can find it YouTube. But let me remind, when we start pilot studies, firstly, for the participants, we show the participant those videos, and they have, and also we shared in the email those participants, and they have a information before starting the pilot studies. So, okay. And the purpose of the study, as I said before, the assistive technologies are very useful for the people with special needs, but only developing an application is alone, unfortunately, it is useless. We have to work with the teachers, pupils, parents, and the most important part of the educational technologies, because they have a different perception, they have empathy, and when they are evaluate or develop an application, they are not only thinking about that educational technologies, they also think about how to users perceive those applications. Okay, I know there are some friendly use applications, but how to people, how to pupil, how to parents, how to teachers perceive those applications. And as you know, when some applications, there is some parts, and when users feel themselves as if it is a difficult, so they can easily give up those technologies. In the 21st century, it is again so cliche, but we have to use assistive technologies for the people with special needs, because it is not excused in those ages to make those people not to participate in the society. We have to make those people participate in society, and the best way for now is the assistive technologies. So the aim of this study is to evaluate educational technologies, usability, heuristic usabilities, and usability of a mobile assistive technology hub. Firstly, in a pilot study in Turkey, by the way, this is only the first part, first step. We are only presenting a preliminary studies. So firstly, we want to evaluate that how the educational technologies perceive this agility in Turkey. We used explanatory case study, and we reach our participants with a snowball sampling. Let me talk about the criteria sets. Firstly, we choose participants at least 5 years professional experience in AT. As I said before, educational technologies has a different perception, empathy, and they are not only think as if an educational technology expert, also they think as if they are users. So we want to benefit for those perceptions, and we only want 5 years experiences, master degree on educational technologies, familiar with educational mobile applications, because we need their professional ideas also, and awareness on assistive technologies, English, because the application is English, and volunteers, of course, and no obligatory about taking the human-computer interaction course. So we reach 8 experts, and you can see most of them are PhD or PhD candidate, and they are educational technology specialists, and they have really give so precious informations. Firstly, and also significance. Let me talk about again significance. The main aim of the study is to make those assistive technologies much more usable and much more effective. So participant, it seems a bit negative, but most of them, only 2 of the experts has a positive attitude. But the reason is they have really so supportive ideas. We will talk soon, but they think as if in Turkey sample, please remember it, they told those applications really so confusing, and this application educability need to be developed. Okay, firstly, they told sorry, firstly, we ask them to demographics and open-ended questions, how to define usability, how to define accessibility. When they evaluate eduability, especially for the usability part, they thought eduability is also it would be very beneficial, but it is so confusing. Most of the time, they are really lost in the application. And the main question to those experts that they cannot easily understand as if they are use eduability, parent, teacher, or people with special needs. So we have to define, we are talking about eduability, but like those applications, we have to define that who use those applications. Eduability is very beneficial because it's not only targeted to the pupils, to teachers or experts, but firstly, we have to define as if they are pupil, expert, or teacher. And also that is so impressive, I think. One of the experts say that as a teacher, I have so many experiences and I am educational technologist. So eduability should give chance to me that to add some videos, add some of my perceptions to the application. So most of the experts thought that it should be interfaces and they have a control to add some videos. And also that is another part, they thought no matter the pupils or the teacher use, the people with special needs should record some videos and they show how to use usability, eduability. And they show the daily practices, so it can help to the eduability. So firstly, we want them to define accessibility, usability, and as a educational technology experts, how to evaluate to the usability, what the criteria they pay attention. Mostly we are really see this, the experts are evaluate eduability both in user and developers. So it is a really important, and the criteria they examine the eduability as if the puntos, as if the colors used, when they make the quizzes, they say that I could not understand. There should be some clear feedbacks. So of course they are understand, but they always told if the pupils understand. So there should be a clearness. They are really so precious ideas for us. And we are really see the benefits of the educational technology experts. And then we want them to evaluate the examination. And when searching in the examination, you know, just hanging on the examination application, and we ask them to do free think aloud. And when you see something, please share us. So it kind of spontaneously they talk, and we are taking notes, and also we have a recorder, we record their answers. And mostly when thinking aloud, they said it is so complex. Okay, I understand, but it is so complex for the pupils. So for the next step, we will focus on for the localization to the eduability for Turkey, we will totally focus on these aspects. Why? How could we make usable the eduability much more clear? Okay, so those informations are very useful for us for the localization works. So they always see that it is so beneficial. It should be localized, but it should become much more clear. They have mostly used this word. It is not clear. It is so complex. So in that interview, let me remind that they are really found eduability very beneficial, but they told in testings, in quizzes for the learning parts, in eduability, there is a learning parts. There are so many articles. They said, if I were a parent, I don't want to read those articles. So I want something much more visual, some videos. Again, it's so interesting, I think. Mostly they say that people with special needs should record videos and tell about the agility, their daily practices, what they need. So it could be much more beneficial. So in the deep interviews, they also give some information. Then we also screen recording, and then we gave questionnaires to the participants, and they tick those questionnaires, and then we analyze the results. The mainly for the interviews, they are mostly focused on the misconceptions about usability and accessibility. Remember, we told experts to write their definition about usability and accessibility, and they said for the agility, it should be much more clear, okay? It is so complex. So people thinking about Turkey, one of the experts say for the 5 capital cities, Istanbul, Ankara, Izmir, Antalya, and maybe she said Diyarbakır for the east part, you can use agility for these parts, because there are capital cities, and people have much more awareness. But for the other part, for the Turkey, so we have to make agility much more accessible and usable. And the other part for the application, while using application, it is not connected to the internet. They said it should be connected to the internet, and when they are using to the agility, so they should have a chance to search in the internet, and maybe some of the articles we talk about, maybe some of the articles, not all parents, but if you are expert, if you are a teacher, maybe you want to search further. So you should have chance like this. Complexity, that is the really so main concerns. All of the participants talk about the complexity. I'm so sorry. As an expert, they say the same. It is not complex for me, but it will complex for the pupils and the parents. So if we target to those people, remember, agility is not only target to the experts, it's also target parents, pupils, the adults with disabilities. So we have to think in a wider perception. And the first one I said before, when they look for the application, they firstly say who is currently using this application. So they say we have to personalize it, and when I enter the application, I should be clear as I am pupil, as a teacher, or parents, or experts. And cognitive load, they told it's not so much need to the cognitive loading, because there are some articles, there are some videos, but some of the experts says if it can be used for the pupils, maybe it can lead some cognitive loadings, and there are quizzes in the agility. There is another complexity. They said after quizzes, there should be some clear feedbacks. Is it a practices? Is there a real exam? While I solve the quizzes, what is the result? Because quizzes, only you learn something from agility also, and the quizzes, it's some of the self-checking, but they said there should be some competition, because it is very important for the pupils, as you know. So after quizzes, there should be some aim. It is not only just checking the quizzes, and that is another important information for the localization of the agility in Turkey. So 5 participants among the 8 are not sure agility assessment because they find it very complex and confusing. Let me remind, not only experts, they told, I understand, but pupils and parents, I'm not sure they understand or not. They told for the learning section, they found it is really so well integrated, most of them. And they said it can be learned very quickly, but just sometimes at this, there should be much more visual materials, because in the learning part, there are so many articles, and you only one videos. One of the experts says, I am not sure. I prefer to the videos, but I am not sure. Maybe the application can be much more slow, so it can be think, and after a while you can integrate videos. One of the experts say the ideas like this. Six participants, they feel confident while using HCI-Ability's assessment, learn and training parts. So first interviews, we found that the participants' attitudes are negative, but after the interviews, how can I say, after the interviews, the different parts, they said it is not so complex for me, but I always thought about the pupils. And one of the experts says, if I have a chance for the daily using HCI-Ability, maybe I have much more positive attitudes. For now, I'm not sure, but maybe with practices, I have much more positive attitudes. So they said also the assessment and training parts, it is not easy for the most of the people, for the other people. So precious ideas for us.
Hocam, we are running out of time. Could you please?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, just by the way, most of them, I said this, they are generally found HCI-Ability much more text bases, and there should be some videos, some visual materials. It is just a pilot study for the localization of the HCI-Ability. So we take our feedbacks. The most important part, just say this and finish, personalization. They give some examples, not like Netflix. When I enter to the HCI-Ability, there should be profile, and I know that if I am a learner or teachers, and also they said there should be recording. So I have a chance as an expert teacher and pupil to evaluate my progress. So thank you so much. I'm so sorry for the time, but we are very enthusiastic about this project, and that is the first result. So if I have any mistake, please apologize accept my apologies. Thank you.